I haven't said no to any job. Concrete slab.
No, concrete slab.
Yes, so concrete slab needs to lay garage. The lady wanted to extend the concrete slab. So yeah, I'm like, okay, yep, no, I can do that. She contacted me to find out if I hang doors.
Right.
Can I hang inside doors because they renovated the house? I'm like, yeah, no, I'll do that. Luckily, I am quite handy with my hands. And there was another lady, she asked me if I can clean gutters. And she said, do you do window cleaning? I'm like, yeah, I do window cleaning. I can do that for you too.
It's really any odd job.
Yes, well, that's what my advertisement says. It says odd job, you need to do odd job.
So welcome, Naldo, to the Jim's Mowing and Jim's Group podcast. We appreciate you coming on. And you're from NZ and you've got Jim's Mowing in Morrinsville. And Ricky and Lance asked you to jump on because you're absolutely killing it from what they're saying. I've had a look on the system here as well. And you've only been with us since March, but you've got a perfect 5-star rating. And you've got a lot of really good commendations from customers as well. So you're obviously doing extremely well. So first off, how did you get involved with Jim's Mowing and what brought you to the group?
To start off with, it's been a couple of years now that I've been wanting to do my own thing. And I had a couple of years ago, I had a look at buying, not a franchise, just a lawn mowing business. And then, I've looked through everything and then I decided, maybe it's not yet, time's not right yet. So I just carried on because I had a decent earning job at the time. And then it ended up by pretty much at the end of last year, we decided to buy a little lifestyle block outside at Morrinsville. And so we moved. The traveling to work and back, it just took too much time. It was too far and it didn't work for me. So I got home one afternoon and I told my wife, okay, this is it. I want to start my own business now. I jumped onto, I think it was Facebook. I saw some ad and then jumped on the internet and I found Jim's Mowing. I didn't do too much research into other franchises because everything that I saw from Jim's Mowing was good. I was happy with the plans and the idea and how everything works. So I contacted, I think it was Ricky. And then, went up to Auckland for the training and that's how it started.
And how's business been for you? How many regular customers do you have and what's the size of your business?
Business in the beginning, look, it was like I've never run a business. I've never had my own business. So I started and it was really overwhelming. It was, I didn't know what to do. Like, honestly, I just did what we were told in the training. It's like, go out, do your pamphlet drops, do your pay for work guarantee and all those kind of things. At the moment, I'm sitting on 50 regular clients and how I got to them, the majority of them are pretty much gathered up just mailbox drops and pamphlet drops and just literally going around town, just doing free lawns. And so, I'm sitting on 50 now. I'm halfway to my target for the end of the year.
Which is amazing during winter because we should point out to people that you've literally started at the start of winter and that's quite amazing during winter.
Yes. I think I physically started in middle May. I physically started. So, it's been not even 4 months. It's a quite... Sometimes it feels like the leads it comes in slow and stuff like that, but it's not all about the leads though. You really have to get out there and actually do it. I mean, if you're not out there trying and doing and looking for customers, you can't rely just on the leads. Well, you can, but it's just going to grow a lot slower.
And what are your tips for converting those clients into regulars? So sometimes people struggle with converting a once-off customer into a regular. How do you go about doing that?
Yes, like a lot of the customers, they just straight up, just the once-off. Like I get a lot of when they move houses, just once-off clean-offs. But to convert like once-off into regulars, I literally just go the little step further. Don't just go in there and mow the lawn. If you mowed the lawn, blow the decks off, blow the footpaths off, and make sure that there's no leaves, no debris, nothing. Even like your spider web on the porches and stuff. It only takes you about 5 minutes, just that little bit extra. Yeah, the pricing, it's hard this time of the year. I've been told that, it's hard. Like you have to really convince someone. It's not just an easy turnover. To convert them, I pretty much just go the little step extra. I mean, just customer service. I'm always friendly. When you say you're going to be there at a certain time, you turn up at that time or before that time, because I mean, there's so many other contractors. They'll be there at 7 and then 8, 9 o'clock, they're not there yet. I've dealt with numerous of them and then they don't even turn up. They don't let you know that they're going to be late. That's pretty much just be on time. If you say you're going to be there and do what you said you're going to do. and just make sure that when you're done, it looks better than what it can look.
Are you asking to put them into a regular customer, or how do you do that? Or are they approaching you? Well, they're asking you because you've done such a good job.
Yes. So what I normally do is even though if they do say they only want a once off, I still ask them, would it be okay if I quote you for a regular service?
Perfect.
And then regardless whether they want a regular service or not, I still quote them. There's a few of my regular clients that actually, I suppose, just by the quality of work that I've done, and 2 weeks later, they call me up and ask if I can come and do their lawns for a regular service. The follow-up, if you send a quotation, you need to follow up on it. I've had a couple quotations that you just can't get hold of the person. And then, I just take the odd time when I drive past the house and I see them there, I'll just stop and ask them, like, have you received my quote? Would you be keen on doing an ongoing service? A lot of times, I'd say about 80% of them, I convert that way. Yep. Although they're only a once-off. About 80% of my once-off, I could almost say that I could be able to change them over to regulars.
That's great. I love that phrase, what you said, would it be okay if I give you a regular quote? I think that's great, because who's going to say no to that? Or it would be very unlikely that someone says no to that. And I like how you're asking for permission, saying, it doesn't sound overly salesy, does it? Would it be okay if I give you a quote for regular service? And then I think that's a really good little one-liner that franchisees could use and not be too, not feel a bit, overly salesy when they say it that way.
Yes. Like, and also, like, if you're friendly and you ask him, you don't tell him, like, I'm going to send you a quote. And ask him, is it possible? Would you mind if I send you a quote? And then, like, I haven't had one person to say that, no, they don't want a quote.
Absolutely. And also the follow-up, as you said, is key. And people are not going to respond a lot of the time first time. And just, as you said, even stopping by into the place, asking him, that's a really good thing to do.
Yes. I've had one big job, a rural property that the lady asked me, I've received a lead and I'll contact her. She didn't answer, and I've texted, didn't answer, and I've emailed her, didn't answer, and then I stopped by her house and she was there. Through that, I've got her straight up converted into a regular. So, I don't know. It's still, everything's still new to me. I'm still learning every day. But, it's just get out there, do it, and just do your best.
Well, I love how you said, you admit about not knowing much in business and just follow the system. So in the system, you mentioned things like in your early days, where it's literally just going around town dropping in flyers, or what other stuff could you share that you did to help build your business?
Yeah, look, like, I think that's pretty much all I did. Like, I've done my vinyl on my vehicle for advertising, and I've been turned down so many times by the free lawns. And it's amazing how some people, you actually have to convince them that it's not a scam. About half of them, it's just immediately, oh no, that must be a scam. Why would you do my lawn for free? I literally had to convince people, spend time to try and convince them. Some of them just don't want a free lawn. I mean, but that's the older generation. The older generation, they don't trust you. But so it's hard. That's pretty much all I did. I've did my flyer drops. I literally went and knocked on door, stopped in the street, went from door to door. If they're not there, I'll drop a flyer in the mailbox.
How'd you introduce yourself? What was your phrase when someone opened the door? How'd you introduce yourself?
Well, I'm knocking it off. They open. I said, hi, my name's Naldo from Just Mowing. I've got a special. I said I've got a special that I'm doing free lawns, and because I'm on the pay for work guarantee, and I give them like a short description or story of why I'm offering them a free lawn, because I'm on pay for work guarantee and I'm a new franchisee in the area. Would it be possible if I can mow your lawn for you for free? And also I do say, like, there's no obligation. I'll mow your lawn and that's it. If they say yes, then I'll mow the lawn. And if I'm done, I go knock on the door and I ask them, like, okay, I'm finished. Just want you to have a look and see if you're happy with it. And if they say, yep, no, they're all happy, then I ask them, would it be possible for me if I can give you a quotation for regular mowing service?
Perfect.
Some people like immediately, oh, yeah, no, yes, please. And others is like, yeah, it doesn't matter. So when I get home, I'll normally sit down. In the beginning, even now still, I have to ask my wife to help me because I don't do technology. It's a bit of a struggle But yeah, it's getting there. Well, get do your invoices, send them out, book them in, and yeah, just your follow-ups. If the client's home, I like to go knock on the door to tell them I'm finished and to find out if they're happy. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got to where I am now. And also, I haven't said no to any job. I've done a concrete slab that I put down for another lady that
And a concrete slab.
Yes, a concrete slab next to a garage. The lady wanted to extend a concrete slab. So yeah, I'm like, okay, yep, no, I can do that. But that job actually came from, she contacted me to find out if I hang doors.
Right.
Can I hang inside doors because they renovated their house? I'm like, yeah, no, I can do that. And yeah, well, luckily I am quite handy with my hands. And yeah, so I got in there, gave her a quote. She accepted the quote. I hung her doors. And then what was it? While I was doing that, she asked me, what else do I do? I said, well, like it says on the van, any odd job. So anything you got, let's have a look at it. So she asked me, can you do concrete? And I'm like, yeah, no, I can do concrete. Gave her a price on the concrete, and I went to hire pool to hire the concrete mixer, all the tools I had to go and hire, because I mean, everyone don't have a concrete mixer sitting around at home. So I went and hired one, did a concrete slab for her. She's real happy. And there was another lady, she asked me if I can clean. I went there to do gutters. Yeah, so when I was done, I asked her, right, I'm done. Are you happy? Obviously, well, gutter cleaning, they can't see. But I asked her, is there anything else you would like me to have a look at for you that you want done? And she said, do you do window cleaning? I'm like, yeah, I do window cleaning. I can do that for you too. So she asked me to give her a price. I gave her a quote. And yeah, I think it was about a week later. I think I scheduled her in. I went and cleaned the windows for her.
It's really any odd job.
Yeah, well, yes, exactly. Well, that's what that's what my advertisement says. So it says odd job, you need to do odd job. Yeah, no, like I've done a paving job as well that was handed down to me from another franchisee. Like they asked me, can I do paving? I'm like, man, I can do anything.
Oh,
we can make it afterwards.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. I love hearing that. And what with your work at the moment, are you finding you're just doing more, like what's your type of work? Because obviously coming in spring now, so hopefully there'll be a lot more regular mows, but what type, you mentioned odd jobs, which is great. Do you find yourself doing more hedges, gutters for people, large commercial blocks right on? What do you find yourself doing more of?
More of, I would say the most of the jobs is just regular mowing.
Yeah.
And a lot of once-offs, like for house inspection cleans. Got a couple of those that was just the once-off that I converted into regulars. I've had a couple of big yard section cleanups to do. Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. Like I haven't had too much gutters, not too much odd jobs. I would say the majority of them would be now this time of the year. I'm starting to get a lot of just once-off house inspection cleanups. Yes, and it's like today as well. I went there. I did a green waste removal for a guy. He asked me do I do rubbish removal as well. I'm like, yep, that's all good. Like, I'll give you a price. I did it for him. 2 days later, today I went back because he asked me if I do weeding. So I said, yeah, I can do your weeding for you because he's moving out. So I did the weeding and did a weed spray for him. Yeah, and then the neighbor approached me and asked me, how much would you charge me to do my lawn for me today? Because I've got house inspection tomorrow. So I just gave him a price and, yep, he was happy with the price. So I just did his lawn at the same time. The majority this time that I found that I'm getting lately would be just house inspection mows first offs. But yeah, I still convert some of them into regulars, not a lot. But yeah, I'd say about now, this time of the year, I get about a 50% off conversion.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is, but it's down a lot from when I just started. Because when I started, I think my pricing was too low because being new in the, like, I didn't know what to charge. I'm like, okay, it's going to take me so long to mow it. I don't really know. I've contacted Lance quite a lot to help me with pricing and stuff and to work out bigger jobs and stuff like that. He's quite helpful. But yeah, and now this time of the year, obviously, you start to get a feel for what the prices are. And obviously, I've seen, you need to charge a little bit more. So yeah, I'll put the prices up a little bit, and then your conversion rate comes down a little bit. And then it's like the juggling act, I suppose. You have to decide what you want. Do you want a full run real quickly, or do you want to take your time to fill it up. And in the beginning, for me, it was we just bought a property and I quit my job and I bought a franchise. So I had no extra income. So for me, it was pretty much a race to get my weekly income that I was used to.
Yep.
I pretty much raced my way there. I got there, and now I'm settled, and now I can start really actually, I'd say, grow. You can say properly, and grow profit wise as well. But yeah, I've spoken to a couple of guys on the road, even like that's not franchises, just private people. They can't see how you can make money by being in a franchisee. Yeah, it's like you've only got a certain monthly fee. It doesn't change no matter what your income is. That helps a lot that a lot of people don't see. But yeah, it's just get out there and put your mind to it. Get yourself a target and work towards that. Do whatever you can to get there.
Well, your advice is awesome because as you said, just follow the system and you've done all the stuff which they would have spoken about in training, and you've done it properly. It's really, really good to hear. And it's going to be really good material for other franchisees to learn from, I reckon. But I was going to say as well, with your price rating, you are spot on, because in gyms we have a system called Gyms Online, and we have a thing called FMS, and Gym has a price rating scale there, and your price rating is to low. So that means customers' feedback on your prices were saying that you're low, and that's obviously from the early days. So as you said before, you can probably increase your prices and hopefully make be more profitable for the same amount of time or even less time doing what you're doing, which is great. Yeah. So I think quoting is the main thing. I guess quoting, Naldo, is one of the probably the thing I hear the most when I do interviews, is that's the struggle in the early days. And it's just one of those things where you've got to use support of your franchisor and other franchisees to try and help you out. Was that probably your biggest struggle, was just quoting overall?
Yes, it was. Like for me, it was like really, I had no idea. A lot of times I would take Google and I will Google what the average lawn mowing price is for that area. And then according to that, it all depends on, but yeah, like I said, in the beginning, it was for me, I had to make sure that I can pay my bills. And for me, it was a race to get there. So whatever I had to do to get there, I did it and I got there. And now it is, yeah, like you said, I mean, you just have to, it's a juggling act, the pricing. And I didn't want to bother Lance, my franchise, saw the whole time and every day with pricing. So a lot of jobs now, if I look back, I can see like I've underquoted myself by far. But I mean, also, if you give a price, just honor that price. I mean, I gave them a quotation. I'll honor that. And obviously, going into spring, I'll have the discussion with them and saying like this, okay, I have underquoted you. Unfortunately, it's spring increase. It's that time of the year. Grass grows faster. Grass is more. And then, I'll just discuss it with the clients. I mean, there's a couple that you'd be able to talk to about it, but then obviously you'll know that some of the customers just won't be happy with it.
But you can replace them hopefully with some customers who might be, you get on the pricing, because that's what I hear a lot of the time. A lot of what you're saying is very common, right? A lot of new franchisees, the same sort of thing, and they might buy a split, whereas the customer value is not as quite as what they want. And then, they have to have that conversation, and some will stick and some won't. And then hopefully as spring hits, obviously you've got new people coming in, you can set the price right from the start, which is very common.
Yes. Yeah, like it is. Lance also told me like over the winter it's quiet. Now once spring comes, he reckons that, that's when everything kicks off. And
well, you've done amazing over winter, Naldo. You've done amazing over winter, because to do what you've done over winter is very impressive. So it's a really good testament to yourself and what you've been able to do, because doing that foundation over winter, what you've done is very impressive. And now you've got that foundation going into spring, like you're going to get to a massive amount of customers or a really good business just by keeping that up, because you've done all that hard work in spring, which is quite amazing. I mean, in winter, which is quite amazing. With your business itself, how are you actually enjoying doing the business and being your own boss? So you quit your job, you had to make it work, you bought this franchise, and then you're into this, which can be quite stressful. I could have imagined. So how have you actually enjoyed being your own boss?
Oh, look, there's a couple of days when it's raining for days at end that it's not fun to go and mow in the rain. I've literally gone out some days and it's bucketing down, and it takes me maybe 3 times longer to mow a lawn, but I've got lawns to mow. I have to get it done. Actually, I'm really enjoying it. It is a lot to get used to wrap your head around. But yeah, it's nice for me. I've been out there in the field. I'm pretty much meeting new people every day. Yeah, it's real fun. It's something to get used to. Yeah, I think the longer the time, the longer it gets, and the more the time I spend, it's really it's fun. It's nice working for yourself, and yeah, I've got like whenever I got a problem, and I can just call my franchisor and he'll help me lance. But yeah, it's really fun. You know, you've got you're your own boss. You pretty much do what you want to, but you still need to get everything done. I mean, so you know, it's real fun. I don't think I'll go back working for someone ever again.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. And I was going to say as well, with the equipment in your business, what equipment did you choose to use? And as someone who's outside the industry coming into it, what did you decide to go with as your setup?
In the beginning, I started with what I had. I had a push mower that I bought from the warehouse, just my normal residential mower, and I bought a new weed whacker, just a straight shaft weed whacker.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a leaf blower, just also from Bunnings. In the beginning, I didn't go and spend a lot of money, so I pretty much just what I had is what I used and started with. I did a couple of lawns, and then I went over, bought myself a ride-on. A lot of people said, like, don't worry about a ride-on and just do push mowing is good enough and this and that. So, and to me, it's, okay, but a push mower cuts this wide, but a ride-on cuts twice as wide. So you can cut twice the amount of grass in shorter time. I started with, I think it's, I don't know, it's a warehouse brand lawnmower. The weed whacker I bought from Bunnings. It was a combi set. It was the weed whacker, the edge trimmer, and the chainsaw attachment. That was $350, and I bought a leaf blower that was $300, and that's what I started with. I had a trailer that I just changed up a little bit, and yeah, since then I've went over to Still. I'm starting to go over to Still now. I've got a Still leaf blower. I bought a better lawn tractor. It's a little Victor VRX. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. I mean, I don't see me doing anything major upgrades now. I've got about another year or so, then I might upgrade to a walker or something like that. But also then, it's you need big properties for walkers. I mean, most of my lawns, most of my residential properties, you're not going to get a 38 or 36 inch through the gate even. So I've got a 30-inch ride-on, and then I've got my Victor, which is a 38-inch. It varies between which one I take for the day. If I got the small gate properties, then I'll take the small one, and then if I got the normal bigger size ones, I'll take the bigger mower. But I started with what I had. I just bought a little bit extra things, and yeah, just work my way from there. I'll obviously upgrade as my gear fades away. If something breaks, that's why I bought a decent Still leaf blower, because one morning it was working fine the last night, and the next morning got to my first property, did the job, wanted to blow off, and I couldn't blow off because it didn't want to start. So yeah, I would say for someone that just starts, well, like me, whatever you got, start with that. Start with the cheapest ones. Well, whatever you can afford, what your budget pretty much allows. And then, yeah, work your way from there. As your gear fades away or breaks, just upgrade to a proper, decent mower, better leaf blowers. Just, yeah, pretty much whatever your budget fits and allows, start with that and you grow. But yeah, that's what I started with.
Oh, good. And how's the support been? You mentioned Lance before, so I know Lance is the manager in the region, I believe. How's the support been from the team?
Yes. No, the support's are real awesome. Like, honestly, I can call Lance anytime. If he doesn't answer, he'll call me back within 5 minutes. And yeah, he's always willing to help, and he always helps me to work out pricing. And I've called him a couple of times just asking questions about different mowers and what would he suggest and what's his thoughts around it. A lot of times I send him some photos to help me price up a job. It's really helpful. I've dealt with Ricky a couple of times, not too much, just in the beginning a little bit.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's real awesome. Like a bunch of friendly guys to work with. Well, not really work with, but to get good feedback, positive feedback.
Awesome. And what do your friends and family think about what you're doing now?
I don't know. Um, well, actually every weekend, I pull the wife out into the van and come, let's go mow some lawns, and then it, quite exciting. I mean,
Mm.
we like doing things together. So on weekends, I'll even get my oldest boy. He'll come and help me, and
Oh, that's great.
in the week, yeah, and we really enjoy it. It's something new for all of us. So we'll all just work together to make it work, and yeah, we'll just enjoy doing it.
And what's the plan for your business then, Naldo? How are you just planning? Do you have a set? You mentioned goals before. Do you have a set goal of customers you want to get to? Or is it a revenue figure for you, or what's your goal for your business?
For me, it is like when I started. At this moment, I'm halfway to my end of the year target because I've gave myself a target. I want 100 regular
Yep.
customers, clients by the end of the year. So it's looking positive for now. It's looking real good. I really honestly think I'll make it. And then obviously once I've reached that, then I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where we go from there. I mean, if I filled up my days, and you can't really grow more than what the day allows, unless if you want to employ people. And I'd rather stay a sole trader, just do everything myself. If you do it yourself, you know it's done right. If you get someone else to do it, you have to look after that person as well. For me, it is not about revenue. It is not about, I just want to I set myself a goal for the end of the year, and that's 100 regular clients. And then also I'll revisit that at the end of the year and see where we are. And I'll make a new goal for next year.
No, it's great to hear that because, a lot of time we do the podcast and we always talk about scaling and stuff, but there's nothing wrong with doing sole trader where you just have to worry about yourself, but you can have a highly profitable business as a sole trader where you can do your own thing. And I think that's there's two avenues in gyms. I think that's obviously one of the avenues as well, which people take. Now with you, have you been happy with the income level you've been able to do? Have you been able to replace what you're doing before with what you've been doing?
Yes, I have at the moment. Yes, it's a bit to get used to all the GST every 2 months, and
Your employee doesn't have your employees to take care of that. Now you're going to take care of it.
yes, now you have to take care of everything yourself.
Yes,
I have. I've managed to pretty much equal and a little bit more than what I actually were getting. It's just a growing game, I suppose. Just going on up and further. It's just, I would eventually, if I get big enough, I would maybe look at scaling and selling some runs off. But at this moment, I'm not even close there. I'm not even close to that. So, but I think 100 is a good target for the end of the year, and then I'll revisit it by that time.
it's a good number. I reckon you'll get to a place where you're selling splits pretty soon. To be honest with you, based on what your numbers are in winter already. I was going to say as well, what's your best advice for new franchisees? You've shared some really good advice at the start, which we're going to share with people. What's your best advice to new franchisees coming on board, looking to do what you've done?
Don't say no to anything. And if you get a lead, you contact that customer back immediately. Get a lead, contact the client, arrange a time to go and see them. Be on time. When you say you're going to be there, and do what you said you're going to do, and a little bit more. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I can't say too much other than just whatever you've learned when you go for your training. A lot of that information is like an information overload. After this first day, I was like confused.
It's a lot of information. Yeah, it's very common feeling that. Yeah.
Yes, but do this, whatever they tell you and teach you in training, just do that, because that's literally all I did. From the word get-go, I did exactly what we were told in training. Pay for work guarantee, really push on that, force that. Your first month, you shouldn't be home before dark. Just knock on each and every single door. I got discouraged after 5, 6, 7 in a row that the people don't want you to do their lawns because it's a scam and this and that. Yeah, just keep on going. Just keep on doing it. Yeah, try and get as much free lawns as possible in the first month, because after that, then your regulars that you've gathered starts kicking in, and then you get less and less and less time to actually look for your free leads to convert into regulars.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say the first month, just target every street. Each and every street, go knock on every door. I've knocked on some doors that the lawn is like knee height. And then I'm contemplating, do I want to knock on this door or not? 99% of the time, he says, yes, you can do his lawn for free. And then
hope so.
then you're like, why did I knock on the door? I knew he's going to say yes. Why did I knock on the door? But anyways, do the lawn, fill the trailer up, one load, go and dump the grass clipping, go back and carry on.
Yep. Now it's great advice, and I just love hearing how you've just followed the system and actually done it. That's the key, right? You've done what they've taught in training. It might sound like it's very simple advice, but a lot of the time when new franchisees in Australia, anyway, have they done this, have they done all the stuff that you've done? A lot of the time, it's not the case, and they might be struggling sometimes. So it's great to hear someone who's just listened to training, done what they've done at training, and persisted. And you've got a really great foundation for your business, where I'm sure you only get to 100 clients, no problem, by the end of the year. And then it'll be a matter of just, you building up your splits and selling them and doing how you want to do it. But Naldo, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate your information. It's great information for all new franchisees and in what you do. And we do appreciate it. And well done on your success. It's going to be, you get to your goal. I'm very, very confident you'll get to your goal by the end of the year. I'll be surprised not to. So appreciate your time today.
Thank you very much, Joel. Enjoy your day.
Thank you for listening to the episode of the More Than Just Mowing podcast by Jim's Mowing. If you do need help with your local gardening expert, please give us a call on 131 546 for Australia, 0800 454 654 for New Zealand, or head to jimsmowing.com.au or jimsmowing.co.nz. If you liked what you heard, please make sure you leave us a review as well, wherever you consume your podcast. We appreciate your support. And until next episode, we hope you have a great week.